Hello and welcome to Auto Trash. This is an 18 advisory in case you've got your family with you. I'm Roger, the unprepared one.
I'm Markus, gorgeous one.
Liar. And I'm Matt, and I'm the lucky one for new toys. Yay. I like new toys.
I don't.
Yeah, I do. I love toys. We all love toys, damn it!
I don't love toys. I love toys.
Love toys.
Information.
And talking a lot of love, I think Matt's got a special guest lined up for us.
Oh, I do. Special guest, would you please introduce yourself?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ben off of YouTube. Ben, otherwise known as Ben's Collectibles or Transformer Megazord.
Wow.
Okay.
What a sexy voice, Ben.
Oh,
Yes, I've definitely got a radio voice and a face to go with it.
So basically, I'll just ask you, I was going to ask you if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, but you just told us you're Ben off YouTube, so what can I ask you now?
Matt's going to ask a lovely question. The legend.
yes, the legendary question we must ask all guests.
Do you think that's bigger boobs than his mama?
Eat your dinner, Roger.
Do you have a warden?
Of course I have a warden!
Yes, finally.
Everybody needs a warden.
The past three guests said no.
They're obviously
They're now
inferior
blocked for
guests. Everybody needs a warden.
False
Fantastic
portals do not have a warden.
Now, I do believe everybody's familiar with Ben off Ben's Collectibles, off the Tube of You.
I am.
So we shall ask the first question, the important one. Why do you do YouTube?
Ooh. Reasons have changed of late. I originally started 3.5 years ago, I think, just because I had a load of new Power Ranger stuff and I wanted to show people what I'd got, and people seem to use YouTube as a way of showing what they've got. And I put a load of Power Ranger stuff up there and I got a little bit of interest. And then I got speaking to Roger. So yes, Roger, it's pretty much, he's the man that suggested I do a couple of reviews, and it kind of evolved from there. I just really enjoy it. It's just, yeah, I just enjoy doing it. I think that's the main reason anybody does YouTube these days, isn't it? It's just, it's fun. Share your opinion on something and see what other people think.
Absolutely.
At least that's the idea.
Some people get consumed by too much power. YouTube for other means, for money,
Yes.
for glory, not for fun.
For millions of dollars. To buy
I'd love to use it for money. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, a lot of people earn from YouTube, but I mean, the amount of subscribers and views that I'm getting, it's nowhere near enough to be earning anything significant on there. I mean, when like the big boys, they earn some big bucks from YouTube, but no, quite be nice though, wouldn't it? So that would definitely full-time job. That'd be bloody lovely. So.
Be bloody lovely for all of us, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to just. We're gonna pay you to play with toys on the camera. Okay, yes, you can.
Set up the battle scene ready. Always sit issues like, oh, Optimus defeat Megatron. Just on camera. I'd gladly do that.
Once Ben's conquered YouTube, it's the world.
Oh yes.
It's Pinky.
All bow before Benetron, our Lord and Master.
Can I ask a question, Ben?
Of course you can, Roger.
Right. How did you get into Transformers?
I was born in the 80s, a child of the 80s. I was born in 84, so Transformers would have been, what, 3? I think something like that, in 84, 2, 3. And yeah, my dad took me to a few boot sales when I was a kid. Of course, boot sales, the best place to buy from. And used to get some really, really good stuff. Loads of like G1 stuff. And I got a G1 smokescreen. think it was G1 smokescreen and I think it was a Grimlock. Yeah, I was like, oh, I've seen these on the telly box. Yes. I then started.
Get them for me.
Yeah, then I saw. We had an old video shop in Stowmarket called King Stores, and used to be able to rent out the videos and that there, and they had all the Transformers for rent. Like I think it was up until 5 Faces of Darkness, I think, on video they had. And yeah, so I was like, oh man, this is awesome. Dad, can we go to the boot sale again? And that's pretty much where it came from.
Ooh.
Now you know.
I'd like to ask the next question, Matt.
Yes, I would like to ask the question.
Go!
Go! When it comes to when you do your reviews for YouTube, why do you do different toys as well as Transformers? What got you into doing different sort of stuff? I know you've done, like as you said, you've done a couple of Power Rangers bits. We've seen you do a couple of bits of Lego, TMNT. What made you decide to...
No starts.
Basically, about a year or so ago, I was I was listening to what everybody else wanted to review. They all wanted stuff early. They wanted to see my opinion on stuff. And that was all very well, but the guys like PR and Optobotomus and that, I mean, they've got some really good connections, and they get stuff really early, and I don't do it as a full-time job, so it was getting expensive to try and keep up with those guys. And I just had a little think. I spoke to my wife, and he said, you know, why don't I just review stuff that I want to review? I mean, people say, oh, Ben, your reviews are always so positive. And like, yeah, because I don't buy stuff I don't want to play with. I buy stuff I like. So I'm not going to buy something that if it looks absolutely terrible. Yeah, okay, I might give it a little play and everything. And if I don't like it, I'll say I don't like it. But a majority of the time, I'll buy stuff because I want to buy stuff, you know, like all these NECA figures I've been reviewing lately, all those 18-inch NECAs. I mean, that new Batman is absolutely phenomenal. The Arkham Origins one, all the 80s toys, all the Brave Star bits, all the Black Star, Ghostbusters sectors. I think you guys have got some pictures that will probably be showing during the podcast of some of my collection. And you know, isn't that, like I said earlier on, it's all about the fun, isn't it? You have fun with them and share the love.
Exactly. You should collect what you enjoy collecting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not what other people dictate you should.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure if I answered the question there at all. But
well, pretty much, yeah, you did. It's because you want to review stuff that you enjoy reviewing, not because other people want you to do it.
Yeah.
And you said in the first question, why do you do YouTube? Because you enjoy it and it's fun.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
Do you get asked to review My Little Pony?
Not as yet. But mind you, I reviewed something like that, didn't I? I'd done something for my niece. So I reviewed a Zelf, which are a cross between My Little Ponies and Trolls. Because she'd got one, so I was okay. You know, I'm not going to limit myself to just male audience. On YouTube now, you can click on your statistics, analytics or something, I think it's called, and it can tell you who watches your videos, what percentage, what's the age group, where they're based, the sex, whether they're male, female, and yes, you can get a fairly good insight. And I mean, granted, a majority of the people are pretty much our age, between like 20s and 40s, and people that grew up with the toys. But yeah, there's a few kids in there. There's a few girls. So just try and cater for the masses. So.
Now, talking of the masses, you go to a lot of conventions. What's your opinion of them?
I really enjoy them. Really gutted I can't go to Auto Assembly this year, but so if you have been following me on Facebook and that, you know that we're looking to move to Canada. So unfortunately, that's got to come first. We've got a recce trip in Canada But other than that, we would have definitely gone to Auto Assembly. I just enjoy them because the people that go there, it's just such a great atmosphere. You can see your friends, you see like-minded people that like the same sort of things as you. You get all the cosplayers. I heard somebody taking the mickey out of somebody wearing a costume or something like that. You're like, well, do you have the balls to do it? No, you don't. Do you? So these people are so brave, and they're going out there, they're dressing themselves up, and I love conventions. I really, really, really do. So I'm just a big fanboy.
You're not the only one, mate. I've only ever gone to that one convention, and that's the MCM Comic Con in London.
Yep.
Have you gone to one?
Yep.
Oh, legend.
I think I've got London Film and Comic Con is the next one I think I've got, which is in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
that's that one though. I just go to the one where everyone like cosplays and stuff. But just over the past 2 years, it's gotten unbelievably popular that all we got to do is step 1 foot inside the hall, and all of a sudden you're a sardine. It's insane. You cannot move anymore. So
you're a hot, sweaty sardine as well.
There's so much carbon dioxide coming off people at this damn place. You're just sweltering. It's unbelievable. Oh dear.
When you're at these conventions, do you get recognised a lot? Because obviously now you've got this stature as being a bit of a YouTube celebrity.
A celebrity, a bit of a push, but no, I do. People do seem to recognise me now, which is kind of weird because the majority of my videos are just my hands. So I thought I'd be more of a hand model. Really.
You see, walk past someone goes, "I've seen no hands before."
Wow, look at those hands!
I've seen those kinky black gloves too. Ooh, it's Ben from Ben's Collectibles.
I'd like to reveal a secret here.
Go on.
Ben, I'm going to tell him the secret. Who asked you to wear the black gloves?
Who asked me to wear the black gloves? I don't know if I can disclose that sort of information. Can I, Roger?
It was me, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but it was kind of a request of our friend, I think. But yes, I think they worked, didn't they?
It did work, yeah.
It did work. I just got a few strange comments as well, and some really weird followers.
Probably got more followers, Ben.
Stalkers.
Wear your gloves.
Has anyone just asked for your autograph?
Actually, yes. Yes, they have.
Oh, brilliant!
Yes.
On a blank cheque.
40,000. Just sign here. No, actually, I have had a couple, which was rather surreal. But yes, that happened. That actually happened.
Nice.
Did it happen here or over in the European convention?
Had it twice in Holland, once in Germany, and I've had a couple of people wanting to see me this year Auto Assembly, but obviously I'm not going to be there. So, which like I said, it is a shame, but needs must.
Fans down, Ben. You're letting your fans down.
Never mind that. I had to throw some rope away. I've been keeping specially to tie into a chair to force feed him alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of time for that, did I? I enjoyed Auto Assembly last year, but I think working it was a mistake. I have nothing but respect for the guys that volunteer, but it just ate into my social scene completely. I just didn't get a chance to see my friends because there was so little people volunteer, and you were just so busy all the time, and it was manic.
And that's perfectly timed for the transition into the next question, Matt.
Yes. Soon as you've basically told us what it's like to be a YouTube celebrity, you all that malarkey. So, what is it like to try and balance hobbies with work and family?
It's not easy.
No doubt.
As it stands, obviously being a family man as well, I work shifts, so I work day shifts, then night shifts, and I have days off. I've got a backlog of stuff to review, but if anybody's looking to get into YouTube, just make sure that family time does come first. So It is difficult to juggle. I mean, big respect to the guys that do it as a full-time job. They can manage to bosh out 3-4 reviews a week. I'm happy to do 1, maybe 2 a week, if I can fit them in. So people do have to bear with me. They have to remember this isn't my full-time job, and I am a dad and a husband and a dirty docker. So
Ooh.
Does he get inside knowledge of all these toys in the crates that you're moving with your dirty dockers?
I wish.
That's
I'd like to find a container full of fans project stuff just floating off the quay. That'd do me a treat. Yeah.
Oh, it's you, was it?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Customs hates him then.
Yeah, Customs don't seem to like me, do they? Everything I have kind of just sits in Customs for like a week, and never really a charge on it. They just like to hold on to it and just this is going to bin.
Boxes, don't they?
Sorry, Roger?
They destroy your boxes.
Yes, they did. I was not happy with that. With the Mech Buddha and the Mech Suda, the Transformation Toys ones, Customs literally, rather than opening the box, they just cut them straight open. Ripped the boxes in half to see what was inside.
Wasn't there anything you could have done about that? Because they're high-end collectibles.
No. Unfortunately, that was actually done via the Chinese custom service. That was, and it was out of our hands this end, unfortunately. But it doesn't bother me because I mean I'm not a box fan. You know, I don't collect the boxes. You know me. As soon as I get a box, I'll rip it out and I'll review the toy.
You're more of a fosterer, aren't you? You look after the toys for a short period of time.
Although my collection has grown a lot lately, and I've held on to stuff. Don't get me wrong, I've still got huge boxes of stuff that I'm trying to flog to fund the newer stuff. But you know, it has grown a bit. I've just had to narrow it down and kind of keep a selection of stuff that I'm interested in. So,
as your collection's grown, how's it affected your wife? Because obviously, she's your wife, and she's the boss of the house. You just took the house over with toys.
Oh, I've only got a study. I'm allowed to study, and I've kind of built upwards. I've just got shelves everywhere. So, but she can't speak anyway because she collects. She's got some Ghostbuster stuff downstairs. She's got some Back to the Future. She's got Lego. So I think I've really rubbed off on her. Which
kudos to your wife for being a fellow collector.
I'm a bad influence on her. I really am. What have I started?
Too proud.
Does she ever go to the supermarket and pick you up a toy and bring it home to you?
No. She wouldn't do that. No.
Not even on birthdays?
No. She just generally lets me have free reign and get what I want to get within reason. The only difficulty being is she can't go to the supermarket to pick something up for me because the age Sammy's at now, and he loves collecting as well. I mean, his room is like a mini version of mine. He's got stuff from the 80s as well. I mean, he's got some Ghostbusters, he's got some Street Sharks in there as well. He's got some Monsters in My Pocket, some Muscle Men. And when she brings stuff, it's just easy to bring something back for him as opposed to for me. I mean, if I want to get something, I'll just pop to the shop and get it myself and just not tell anybody and say, oh, look what I had come through.
Just make sure your wife doesn't listen to this podcast. She knows my secrets. Oh dear. Speaking of collection, what do you actually collect?
Other than dust.
I could go bang on about that. Go on.
Oh no, I haven't dusted any of my collection. I've got 18-inch figures, the 1/4 scales. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves of those. I've got the Mezco Thundercats. They're like 12, 13-inch, aren't they? I've got a detail full of Masters of the Universe. I've got loads of 80 stuff. And Transformer-wise, I've got an animated shelf. I've got a Masterpiece shelf. I've got a Wreckers shelf. Well, Wreckers, I say Wreckers loosely. It's more IDW. and then just the odd bits here and there, and then I've got boxes. Just lots and lots of boxes.
Lots and lots.
So yes, that's pretty much my collection.
Yeah, have you particular?
Yes, I find boxes.
Oh, I don't know. Johnny Five is awesome.
I saw
that's
that
beautiful.
picture. That looks awesome.
It is awesome. I've got a critter. There's only
Oh,
about
what are the Krites?
there's only about 10 people in the world that have those, and I have one. What else? And just some of my Transformers. It sounds stupid because pretty much everybody's got them. I love Generation Springer. I think he's an absolutely awesome figure. He's surrounded by third-party figures in the IDW shelf, and he's pretty much the only Hasbro guy standing in there. And he fits in nicely.
I have a question, a desperate question concerning Hasbro type Transformers and the lower scale Transformers compared to, you've obviously owned Masterpiece and third party high end collectibles.
Yep.
And because you've experienced these toys, do you find you've been spoiled by them and you look at other toys sort of in a way like, oh, they're not very good in comparison? Because you've had the best, everything else just doesn't seem to live up to that name.
I wouldn't necessarily say some of the third-party stuff is the best. I've certainly gone to buy something that Hasbro or Takara have done, and I've second-guessed myself saying, oh, if I wait a couple of months, do you think a third party is going to release a much better version of this, or a more... say like Hegemon, for example. You take Hegemon, he's just had his re-release, hasn't he? Bearing in mind he was one of the first Toy World figures, the quality on him it was good, but I think it's slightly dated now. The plastics had like a few swirls and that on. And I was going to get myself another Megatron. I was going to buy him, but then I thought to myself, you know what? There's Bold Forms, I think it is. They're releasing Megatron. You've got, I can't think of the third party is, but somebody's doing the IDW gladiatorial kind of looking Megatron as well.
Seen that one, looks good.
Yeah, and I think I always remember that because somebody just said, "Oh, we just need to do is stick an Autobot logo on the front." So, spoiler alert. But yeah, I suppose I've kind of really digressed from the question, haven't I? But I think I'll definitely second guess myself now before I purchase anything. Like I was going to buy the Hasbro Blaster again to just put in my shell. I know he's kind of Cybertronian, isn't he? He doesn't really fit. And then what happened? What do? I then see the Unique Toys one, and I'm thinking, so yeah, I got him. And
I like him.
oh yeah, I know. I've just picked up Mania King as well, and I was a bit late off getting him, but I'm just impressed with some of the stuff that Unique Toys have been doing lately. They've seem to be getting better and better. Watched a review of what's his name? He's Sidekill from GoBots.
Oh yes. Is it Seminary or something like that?
I know Pure just done a review on him, and so did Tim, Omega Supreme or Omega 9 Supreme, whatever it is, isn't it? His channel, and just watch them, and he looks good. You know, if you read the comics, you know that there's a battle scene, isn't there, between Megatron in the pits.
Yeah, in the gladiatorial pitch, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one of his first opponents.
Yeah, because people were saying, "Oh, why has he got the armor on?" And because that is how, with the armor on, that is how he looked in that comic book, and apparently he's like a Voyager size. He's about the same sort of size as Springer, so that would fit in absolutely perfect. Sorry, I'm rabbiting on, aren't I?
No, let it all out, mate.
Yeah, rabbit.
I need to talk.
Do you own any Hot Toys? Now that is like the creme de la creme of figures, isn't it?
No, I don't, because I think I'm going to upset a lot of people saying this. I think they're overpriced for what they are. I did own a Damn Toys Wayne Rooney. I had Damn Toys. Was it Spade 3? I think it was. Which they were okay. I thought I'd dabble in 1/6, but I just think for the money I pay for the 1/4 scale, I just don't I could pay 70 quid for that Batman, and you're going to be paying at least 3 times that for a Hot Toys figure. I think I like a big meaty, kind of chunky monkey figure thing. Just big bit of beef.
Big butts. You can't make a big butt.
No.
All clicky joints and chrome and all lots of little things that happen on it.
I got the I bought. I think that's off Thomas. I bought it. It was the Japanese convention exclusive Metroplex, because I had the Hasbro one, didn't I? And it needs must. I sold it at the time, and I just thought there's so much coming out for Metro now. I should never have got rid of him. So I got that Japanese one, and it's got all the chromey bling on it, and it's got all the lovely stickers, and that's nice.
Am I mistaken in saying that they're bringing out some little Transformers that go onto Metroplex now?
They are. They're being made by Iron Factory. I think it is the guys that done the Grimlock accessory set, and they are scaled perfectly, and they look phenomenal. There's even they're super articulated. They transform, and I think there's a picture floating around on their on the Weibo page, I think, of Blaster sitting on a toilet reading a paper. So,
yes, I saw that today.
But I just can't believe how detailed they are, considering the size they are. I mean, I got the gold static figures and kind of like the figurines that came with the Metroplex. Got those, and they're pretty much that sort of size. But these are, the detailing on them is incredible. So hats off to them. Hats off.
Hats off.
Roger has a hairy question to ask you.
Yeah. Right. What's your favourite type of media? Is it the TV series, comics, some sort of music, and why the beard?
Media. I would have said telly, but I've really got into the comics lately. I went and bought the IDW More Than Meets the Eye volumes 1 to 5 to try and catch up. I've now got 1 to 5 on Robots in Disguise, so I've read through those to catch up. I just had Dark Cybertron arrive. I've got Dark Cybertron 2 on pre-order. I think that's like the 24th, I think it is. I think that's out. Yeah, I still enjoy watching the old TV and everything. It's just, you have to find time for that, don't you? You can always just pick up a book and read a comic, something like that. I think, yeah, that's my preferred media. And the beard, because I'm a man.
Yeah, beards are cool and manly.
full on Viking.
Yes.
As you go full Viking, you must do full Viking.
And obviously, we all know that you do a YouTube channel. So tell us a little bit of a secret of anything that we should be looking forward to you reviewing over the next couple of months.
Obviously, I'm hoping to get the new Masterpiece figures, the Wheeljack, the Bumblebee, the Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus, I'm not too sure on. I'm really happy with Stax. I know people have had problems with Stax, but he's a masterpiece, Ultra Magnus, in my opinion. I've got a load of knockoffs and KOs coming, so I know a lot of people have subscribed recently to me just for the sheer fact that I've been doing knockoffs. They like the knockoff scene, so that does include a 50+ centimetre Bumblebee combiner. So I look forward to getting that. I'm just gonna try and pick up just the stuff I like, really. I think there's so much being released, isn't there? I'd love to get
reviewing Scoria.
He looks great, doesn't he? But I just can't justify spending the money on him. I don't think. I know we're probably never ever going to get a Hasbro or Takara Masterpiece one, are we? I know they're going to keep reissuing Grimlock, and I'll just colour his legs different colours. I think this time they've reissued him. They put some green on his legs, haven't they? But he does look good, doesn't he? I think all of the fans' toys stuff are pretty good. Well, all of them, all two. So, but I think I prefer the Gigapower Was it? Is it Gigapower that doing the other one? They're doing their not Snarl, is it, or something like that?
That's the one.
Yeah, I just think he's. I personally prefer to look at him. I just think he's a bigger guy. He is scale wise, he's correct for the Dinobots. If you go by the Spike Lee artwork, he theirs is proper scale. So there you go.
No.
I think Matt's got a movie-related question.
Oh.
Probably the most controversial question that we ask any of our guests.
Oh no. Ah, crap. All right. What is your opinion on the 3 Michael Bay movies that have already out, and what do you think of Age of Extinction by the looks of what we've seen? And how would you compare these films to the cartoon movie from 1986?
First Transformers movie was okay. Second one was I actually quite enjoyed. That had some fairly good action sequences in. The toy line that followed it was impressive, so I can't really knock it. Some of the toys they came out with, like the Revenge of the Fallen, Optimus Prime, the leader class one, it's complex to transform, but it's brilliantly designed. Probably one of the best Optimus Primes to date. Third one was the fourth one does look quite quite good. I couldn't stand the third one. It was just they revealed so much in the trailers. I just think it was just nonsense. It was just Michael Bay trying to make a few more bucks. Shelf-warming toys, no real thought had gone into them. I just think it was all about the money. New one does look good. I don't want to get my hopes up. At the moment, I'm quite excited for it, but I don't. Like I say, I got my hopes up for the third one, and I was let down. So, but no, it looks like it's got some good action sequences in. It's got Dinobots, and everybody's got to love Dinobots. Yep. They look massive. I mean, they are like huge, aren't they? They're really big. So
massive.
And compared to the original, I loved the original movie. I did, but I think it's a little dated now. Sammy watched it and he enjoyed it still, but I think they could have done more with it. I've seen some of the outtakes and some of the scenes they cut, and they shouldn't have cut them. They should make some sort of like extended edition where we could see all of the outtakes with like the full-on Ultra Magnus death and stuff like that, and that they
like a 30th anniversary Blu-ray release with everything in it.
Yes. So that would be better. So if obviously if they're listening, which obviously they are, then
fat chance too.
But yeah, that's they're different, aren't they? They're for different audiences. Michael Bay's obviously aimed his at the kids that have grown up in the like 90s and the noughties, and we're with a hint, a nod to us lot that grew up prior to then. What do you guys think?
You go, Roger.
I said I like Dark. Sorry, I didn't watch any of the spoilers or anything on the way up to watching it. Went to watch it on release night in the 3D version, and I really quite liked it. Not enough to buy any toys though. Toys.
I shall stand reserved on that because I think everybody in the fandom knows exactly how I feel about movies like that. And I'm on my best behaviour today.
First one, okay. Second one, horrid. Except for the action scenes. Third one, they talked about it being more plot driven, but they could have easily taken away a good half an hour of their movie. But oh well. Just too much dialogue and rubbish dialogue and pointless story bits. But Age of Extinction looks awesome to me. I'm really looking forward to that. The teasers and trailers and all that looks great. I mean, one of the latest TV spots shows you the Dinobots transforming on the bridge. Now that looks freaking epic. So, I do like the look of it. Oh dear.
Coming to the end of the podcast now, so I'm going to ask the immortal question to Ben. Ben, our supreme special guest, can you give a shout out to those that you wish to give a shout out to?
First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to you guys on it. No, I mean, I've known you guys for a long time. Matt, not as long as the other two, but you know, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now without support from you lot. You lot have been there pretty much since the beginning. It means a lot. And,
we love you too, Ben.
We love you so much.
Just the Facebook forums as well. You got, there's so many guys out there now on, like, you got Hands of Steel, but the first rule of Hands of Steel is we don't talk about Hands of Steel. And you've got Transformers UK, you've got Transformers Europe. There's so many great guys on those, and I think with media the way it is at the moment, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everybody can have their opinion. They can all comment, and I really like it. I think it's a brilliant way of sharing the love. Wow, we all love Transformers. That's why we're here, really, isn't it? And it's a shout out to everybody. I think I've got thousands of friends on Facebook. Yes, a shout out. Everybody's great. Everybody's awesome. There you go.
Just start singing. Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool. Part of the team.
I'm in a good place. So.
I'd like to say thank you for being on as our special guest. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we have.
I have. It's been a pleasure.
And maybe later on, at another time, you might want to do a return visit and let us know how your life's getting on.
Yes, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do one of those after hours podcasts I've heard you guys discussing.
Oh, yes, our upcoming Dark Energon ones. Yes. Yes. I will warn all our viewers and listeners, that is not for the faint-hearted. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Ben, for being on. Thank you, Matt, for playing with your toys. Yeah. Thank you, Roger, for eating your dinner like a good little boy. And may your beard grow long and your manly muscles be manly.